What is up, Karatics? In this video, I'll be top speed drag race testing a new Lampadati Novak versus the top 5 SUVs. Keep in mind that this track is perfectly flat, therefore the results are not the same as testing in a city or on a highway where the speed is different. All SUVs are fully modified. Also, as newer SUVs release, the positions of these may change. So if you're wondering why certain SUVs are missing, that's because they were too slow to make it into the top 5 list. The timestamps for each SUV will be in the pinned comment, where you can select exactly which race you want to see. I'll also summarize the results and provide my overall opinion on the Novak at the end of the video. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so according to testing on this perfectly flat track, that places the Novak in a very impressive second place out of the 29 raceable SUVs currently in game. That is right behind the Toros, which is in first place. The race between the Toros isn't all that bad considering how fast the Toros itself is. The Novak is only about 1 second behind the Toros by the end of the race. The SUV in third place, however, the XLS Armored, is 7 seconds behind the Toros. So you can really see the difference in the gap there from they're in different performance levels at this point. And yes, just to kind of clarify, the armored version of the XLS is faster than the normal version. This is the only vehicle where the armored one is faster than the normal version, just one of those rare cases where that this is one of the vehicles that has that for some reason. And of course, compared to the Contender here, a lifted pickup truck, which Rockstar put in the SUVs class because I guess that makes perfect sense, right? The Novak just absolutely wrecks the Contender, just no competition there. The Contender used to be the best all-round SUV class vehicle for racing. The XLS Armored always had a higher top speed, but it just takes forever to get to it. But the Novak just wrecks it in just every situation. And the Toros wrecks it even harder, so it's not even close. So that just kind of goes to show the new breed of SUVs we have. I think some performance SUVs need to be added because right now there's really only 2 you can choose from to be kind of competitive. Maybe something like a Jeep Trackhawk, Tesla Model X, BMW X6M, just, performance-oriented SUVs, GLE, AMG, just stuff like that, just to kind of liven up the SUVs class. I think Rockstar can do very well with that. So, is a Novak worth about $900,000 with upgrades? I personally don't think so, only because the Toros exists, and it's $100,000 cheaper. So, when I think of whether a car is worth it or not in these type of situations when I'm talking about performance, I always compare it to its competition. So if its competition is better, looks better in my opinion, and is cheaper, then the slower one that looks worse is not worth it. It really isn't. The Toros has better acceleration, handling, top speed, and again, in my opinion, it looks better. Now, again, if the Toros didn't exist, the Novak would be the king of the SUVs class, no questions asked. But keep in mind that both the Novak and the Toros have that mildly bouncy handling flag that kind of gives you random insane speed boosts over bumps. Not like other cars in the game, it's just very different. Kind of like the Tile GTO, it's the type like that. And they also have the transmission issue where it sometimes gets stuck in overdrive gear. It doesn't want to go forward, it kind of creeps forward. I'm sure some of you encountered this issue with the Jugular and know exactly what I'm talking about. So, all in all, if you want the best SUV currently in game, just get the Toros. You're going to be way happier than you are with the Novak. The Novak is good, but the Toros is just that big step above it that you just can't touch. And in my opinion, the Toros looks a lot better as well. Anyways, guys, remember to keep in mind that the positions of these cars may change as newer cars release. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.